Alright, greetings everyone, Gleekon here again with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Stay a while and listen to this one, The Fall of Skyreach. I think, possibly, hopefully, we're going to get close to, if not fully, into why the Spires of Arak just don't exist in the modern Burning Crusade. Let's find out. The High Arakkoa and the Spires of Arak posed one of the greatest challenges to the Horde. This intelligent race had rediscovered ancient Apex's technology. From this knowledge, the High Arakkoa had fashioned an immense cannon atop their lofty capital, Skyreach. The mechanism would harness the fiery power of the sun to defend their lands from the Horde. That's the breath of Rokmar. War Chief Blackhand called on Kargath Bladefist to deal with these Arakkoa. The vicious chieftain formed an invasion force from the Shattered Hand, Burning Blade, and Dragonmaw clans. The lightly armored but highly mobile army stormed the forests surrounding Skyreach, but the invaders were not prepared for the High Arakkoa's weaponry. Upon seeing the orcs approach, Skyreach's defenders ignited their cannon. A searing beam of fire exploded from atop Skyreach and lanced across the forest, incinerating dozens of orcs where they stood. Rather than mount another direct assault, Kargath sought allies in nearby Terakar Forest, Outcast Arakkoa. These wingless creatures hated Skyreach and its inhabitants. More importantly, they knew the High Arakkoa's secrets. Kargath struck a bargain with the Outcasts. They would infiltrate the High Arakkoa's city and destroy their weaponry. Once they had succeeded, the orcs would join the fight and slaughter the remaining High Arakkoa. The Outcasts could then claim Skyreach for themselves. Enticed by the offer, see, this is why the Arakkoa, there's a path here to make them part of the Horde, make them another race. Enticed by the offer, the Outcasts snuck into Skyreach and waged war against the city. They did not have the numbers to defeat the High Arakkoa, but that was not their purpose. Using their shadowy powers, the Outcasts stormed through Skyreach and destroyed the mechanism atop the city. A blinding explosion tore through the sky, setting the heavens aflame. When Kargath and his forces finally arrived, they slaughtered the High Arakkoa and cast their bodies from the city, but they did not stop there. The battle-crazed orcs also turned on their allies and cut down the Outcasts. Okay, scratch that. Maybe they're an alliance race. Kargath saw these wingless Arakkoa as a threat. They were cunning and intelligent creatures. He assumed that they would one day learn to wield the same powers that the High Arakkoa had. That was not a risk Kargath was willing to take. What was more, he simply enjoyed betraying the wretched Outcasts. Yeah, he is an evil dude. In Warlords of Draenor, when you fight him, and probably in the other ones, you can see that. Kargath's followers did not kill every High Arakkoa they came across. Some they took prisoner. Based on what the Outcasts had told him of Sethek Hollow, Kargath ordered that these captives be cast into the region's cursed pools. The chieftain reveled in the sight of High Arakkoa writhing in agony as shadow energy transformed them into withered outcasts. That also explains some of that stuff that you see in Terakar Forest and maybe Shadowman Valley. I feel like there's some of that going on. In the end, the Horde assault on the Spires of Arak destroyed High Arakkoan civilization and killed nearly all of the Outcasts. Only a small number of the wingless Arakkoa survived, including those who were recently hurled into Sethek Hollow. The Outcasts shrouded themselves in the shadows, and they took refuge from the Horde in the deepest corners of Terakar Forest. The High Arakkoa, who had been transformed into Outcasts, banded together under the leadership of a former Skyreach guard named Grizik. He led his followers to Oshindun, knowing that most orcs feared the haunted ruins. There he nursed a bitter hatred of the Horde, and he awaited the day when he might exact vengeance on those who had spilled the blood of his people. That's probably the Shadow Labyrinth or whatever it is. That's Grizik, I feel like, is one of the people that dominates in one of these four wings of Oshindun. Okay, so we have kind of, but I mean, it's still on the map. The Spires of Arak are still on the map. So we do have them being wiped off. It's dead land. We have the Arakkoa basically in the current state that they are. So we're like 90% of the way there. We just need to answer the question, how is that removed from the current map? Which maybe we'll find out on another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Thanks for listening to this one. This episode's in the pipe, 5x5. I appreciate you as always.